Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Presidio Tryne semi-flush. This is going to be the one that comes down 7.7 inches from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture, and it is the 124412. There's also another one of these that's absolutely identical. That's the 124422. That one comes down a foot, 12 inches from the ceiling down, but everything else is the same. So you should check it out so you get to see both of these on our site. Okay, let's get into size of fixture. As I said before, it's going to be 7.7 inches from the ceiling to the very bottom of the fixture, which is going to be the bottom of the glass, 16.4 inches in diameter. The glass on this is 13.5 inches in diameter. I have samples of glass. This is not the glass that goes on this fixture, but it's going to be samples of the type of glass you can get for this. So in that pull-down menu, you're going to see you're going to have two options for this. You're going to have opal, which is Hubbardton Forge's white glass. When it's off, it's a very powdery white. When it's on, it warms up quite a bit because the warmth of the light coming through it is going to warm that up. The other option for this is going to be called sand, and sand is kind of like sand on the beach or a light coffee ice cream. It's a very pretty glass, but this is going to be the more organic one, so I want to make sure that you guys get a chance to see the difference between these two side by side. So there you go. Okay, so that's going to be our glass on this. Canopy up in the ceiling, a round canopy, it's going to be 5 inches, maybe 5 1/4-ish. It's going to go over your standard junction box, and I want to show you some information about this. How we do it is we look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you how it goes together, which is super simple. It's going to show you how it goes on your junction box, and it's also going to give you a full parts list, as well as some detailed views of the fixture. So take advantage of that on all the pages on our site, if you can for me. Okay, let's move into, the other thing, it's going to be using a universal mounting kit like this. It's going to be able to go on a variety of junction boxes. That'll be in that same installations instructions. You'll see that there. Now let's talk about what goes inside of this. You can get a lot of light out of this fixture. Even though there are only 2 sockets, these are the medium base sockets, which are the larger ones. If you want to stay with incandescent, you can do 2 100 watt. That's going to be the limit because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. If you want to go LED, the size of the bulb that can fit in here is an A19. And an A19 bulb is basically the size of the bulb we all grew up with. So this is an incandescent A19. These are LED versions, and they come in different ways. And I've seen these easily up to 100 watt equivalent. I've also seen them up to 150 watt equivalent. I think I bought one at Walmart, pack of 4, and they were a pretty good deal. So, and they were this type. This is the phosphorus type that has the little orange lines running through. This is just the traditional LED that's out there. It's a dimmable fixture, so make sure if you guys want to dim it, you buy dimmable LEDs. It's going to be kind of important for you. And like I said, it's up to you how much light comes out of this. 2 100 watt equivalents, that's a lot of light for a lot of applications. I talk about the color of light coming out of LEDs all the time. 2700 Kelvin, super yellow light, that's going to be like a setting sun. Way on the other side of that is going to be called daylight, and daylight is going to be, sounds warm, it's not warm. That's like a cold hospital waiting room light or an office. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. In the middle of all that is called warm white, and warm white is the light that's coming down on me right now. So that's that nice warm glow that we all grew up with coming out of an incandescent bulb. That's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. So if you're looking for a bulb for this, I would recommend going for, if you can, probably those 100 watt equivalents if you could find those. And I generally find those in these clear bulbs, but it doesn't really matter. You might find them in here as well, these kind of opaque ones, because you're going to be having a piece of opaque glass, so you're not going to be able to see the bulbs anyway. And a lot of your light is actually going up and hitting your white ceiling and bouncing around your room. So that's where most of the light on any semi-flush comes from, as well as some coming through it too. So my pick would be a 3,000 Kelvin dimmable warm white LED, and I'm good to go. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these 2 pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. They're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton forged fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton forged stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton forged. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forged doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.